Hi, my name is Chen. I'm a 17-year-old high school student from New Jersey in the USA. I volunteered here with a broader view in Cusco, Peru, in La Clinica San Juan de Dios. It's a hospital that specially has a wing for children with neurological issues, such as motor function problems, and basically my best friend and I volunteered down here for 2 weeks, basically helping these kids, eat, helping them with physical therapy, and we really got a chance to bond with them on a level that, I can't even fully put into words, but I'm going to try and express that here. Basically, we worked at the clinic for the whole day, and we'd help children that needed help with moving their bodies, such as stretching, flexing, and it was just an absolutely mind-blowing experience. There was one girl who, when we went there, she was in a wheelchair, she could barely even walk, and when she did walk, she'd only walk on her tippy toes. And my friend and I, worked with her every single day. We'd help her with physical therapy, help her walk around on a treadmill, and the most fulfilling and amazing sight that I could have ever seen was towards the end of our time here. I saw her get up one day and start pushing her own wheelchair around, and it was just absolutely amazing. And the experiences that we've had here are something that I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life. Now, to talk about the family here in Cusco, we stayed with Maria Elena, and she was absolutely amazing. She was an amazing mother. We call her our Peruvian mom because she basically treated us like one of her own, one of her family. My friend and I, when we got down here, our flight was about 7 hours delayed, and the first thing we thought when we got here is, oh my gosh, whoever's here, she's going to be so angry, they might have even left. Who would even stay 7 hours for some strangers they'd never met? But the second we got out of the gate, Maria was right there, and she welcomed us to Peru, and she even took us around on a small little city tour so we'd know exactly, what restaurants to look for, where the laundromat was, where we could eat great food. And she's just been an amazing hostess for this entire 2 weeks, and, I could not thank her enough. The food that we've had in the house here, it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, amazing. In Peru, it's kind of different than in the U.S., and in the U.S. we kind of have a breakfast, a lunch, and then dinner is typically heavier, whereas here in Peru, the culture is more a lighter breakfast, a heavier lunch, and then a lighter dinner. And it took a little bit of adjusting for my friend and I, but Maria made it absolutely the easiest transition ever because the food was so irresistible that we just couldn't put it down. Now, to talk about the city, we volunteered here in Cusco, Peru. Our volunteer hospital was about a 15-minute walk away from where we lived, and it's a phenomenal city. The restaurants here are amazing, and thanks to Maria, she's taken us to them and pointed them out when we were on the street, and it's absolutely amazing. It's just a wonderful city. The Plaza de Armas, which is basically the city center, is fantastic. There's festivals, parades. When we were down here, there was a little procession for the Peru Independence Day, and just today we actually got front row seats at the entire Peru Independence Day parade, which is going to be this weekend. So Cusco's an absolutely phenomenal city. What's amazing here, and especially if you're from the U.S., is that it's not like you have to be living constantly on a budget. The food here is still amazing, and it's still affordable, and taxis everywhere are super cheap compared to the U.S. I'm from an area where we're pretty close to New York, so we're used to incredibly expensive taxis, but everything here in Cusco is amazing, and it's affordable, and it's an absolutely wonderful experience. Now, our director, as I mentioned before, was Maria Elena, and from the director point of view, she was absolutely on top of everything. My expectations when I dragged my best friend and I out here, I just told them the most we might get to do is maybe Machu Picchu, and that's all, maybe on one weekend. But the second we got down here, Maria Elena, she called the tour, her favorite tour group that's super reliable, and we've been doing tours with them, as in any free time that we can. And we've gotten to go to the last Inca bridge, we've gotten to take an entire in-depth tour of Cusco and some Inca ruins. We're getting to go ATVing in Inca salt mines, and we've got to go to Machu Picchu and had an absolutely seamless, wonderful experience down here. Now, from the point of view in the USA and my interactions with the broader view, like the USA kind of side, were also equally phenomenal. I really loved how before we even got down here, they sent us a picture, they sent us a little description of Maria, and we basically got to know her a little bit. So we weren't coming to something completely unknown and completely foreign to us. And they responded incredibly quick to any questions we had, and they really helped us organize our seating, our flights, basically everything. And it was absolutely amazing. So would I recommend a broader view, and would I recommend coming to Cusco and volunteering in the clinic down here? Absolutely. I mean, for me personally, I might be a little biased because I love medicine and I love working with people. But for me, I feel like for anybody, even if you have no interest in medicine, even if you can't speak Spanish, because I'll be honest, when I told my best friend about this, he has no interest in medicine and he doesn't know a word of Spanish. But it is the most amazing, phenomenal experience you'll ever have. Thank you.